Do you think the ukulele wheel will ever really get tired of plastic instruments? Probably not. Keep watching. Yes, it's got a ukulele review day, a bit of a bonus review for you that I've squeezed in because the diary is so busy. As always, this is the summary video review. Look at the link below the video, you'll get a lot more detail there. Yeah, this is a plastic ukulele, one that's been a long time coming on the website, and it's made by Outdoor Ukuleles. The Outdoor Nickel Tenor, made by Scott Seeley in Bend, Oregon. That's unusual because most plastic ukes, if not all, are made in the Far East. This one is made in the USA. It's actually been around for quite a while, the brand. I first came across one in early 2013 when he'd put his first iteration out of his first soprano. I played a few of them. I thought they were pretty awful, and I was quite vocal about saying that. I thought the neck was really uncomfortable. I didn't think they sounded very good either. However, they've gone through quite a few changes since then. They've introduced a tenor, and increasingly I'm seeing people whose opinions I really value saying, do you know what, they're pretty good actually, so I had to get one. But the problem with getting one has been the price, and I'll come on to that a bit later, but we've managed to get one in the UK because I bought this. Anyway, yeah, a plastic polycarbonate, made in the usual plastic way, single piece back of the neck, back of the headstock, dropped onto that, single piece top, bridge, fingerboard, front of the headstock, so it's basically a two-piece ukulele, all goes together in a clamshell. And being plastic, dead tough, dead resilient, hence the Outdoor name. And Outdoor, to be fair to them, are the only brand I know that really have actually stuck their neck out and given you some test data on temperatures. This will survive ridiculously low temperatures. This will survive ridiculously high temperatures. As I say, also tough too. Waterproof, we'll come on to that. But anyway, there we are. Polycarbonate in a couple of pieces. Really swoopy shape, which I rather like. And this one is seriously blue. Blue. This one and the white one and the brown one and the green one come with some fibres of glass fibres embedded. It's not glass fibre matting, it's in the mix for strength. They also do a black one called the carbon, which replaces the glass fibre with carbon fibres. Again, not carbon fibre matting, just a percentage, rather like the Enya Nova U, for more strength, and also apparently is a lot brighter. Tough, strengthened plastic. That's what it is. I like the look of it. The bridge is integral to the top and moulded in. Those little holes, you just, dead simple, tie a knot, drop them in there, pull them taut. I like that. What I like less is the fact that the saddle is not removable. So that saddle there, if you wanted to take the action down, you've got to sand the top of it. If you wanted to bring the action up, you can't. So that is a kind of fit and forget thing. Thankfully, the action's all right, so I don't need to adjust this, and I don't really see any reports of people with problems with actions like you do on the Mikala Waterman. But there we are. Looking inside, not much to see. No back bracing. Top bracing runs laterally. No linings because you don't need them. It's tidy. It's just a plastic box, isn't it? Up to the neck, as I say, integral. Rather like that first soprano. They've still got a squared off shape, but it's much more considered. It's really quite comfortable actually, and nice and flat. Helped by the fact that the nut width is just over 38 and it's about 29 G to A. So I'll stick my neck out. This is a really comfortable neck. I like the neck a lot. Fingerboard, integral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 frets moulded in to the body. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's no dressing to talk about because they're moulded in. They're part of the fingerboard. Outward facing dots in depressions which are painted white so they don't rub off. At 5, 7, 10, double at the 12th, 1 at the 15th. No side dots at all. That's a real error, I think. How easy would that have been to fit? Okay, the nut again moulded in. No 0 fret here, which you usually see on plastic ukes. So you're relying on Outdoor to have got this right. We'll see whether they have. Up to a really simple sort of Martin guitar style headstock with a flat top. I like that. And on the back, pleasingly stamped with "This is made in USA." You can see there just about. What I don't like is this logo. That's a sticker. It's a good quality thick sticker. It's going to be hard to take off, but you know, stickers plus clip-on tuners, no, it's not a good mix, is it really? I think they should have indented that in the plastic and painted it or done something like that. I think it also looks a bit cheap, and I know people who've taken them off. The tuners they used to be Grovers, but these are outdoor branded. They look very much like Grovers, but they don't say Grover, so they can't be. Outdoor branded tuners, very good quality. Not only am I disappointed they've switched away from Grovers, they've also switched away from much smaller buttons, and they've gone with these really big, sticky out, ugly ones. It kind of works on this tenor, but they've put these on the soprano as well. They look like massive ears. They're very good quality tuners, but I don't like the look of them at all. Finishing it off, the Dario fluorocarbon strings. And you get nothing else at all, no decoration, which is fine because, again, being plastic, it would rub off. The finish is what comes out of the mould, and I have some issue with that because you get these things like this injection moulding point that looks really ugly, where the plastic's sort of stressed. And what I thought was muck on it and dust when it arrived, but actually you get these sort of marks in the plastic. That's not finger marks, that's in the plastic. Almost, I can't show you in this light, but look at the pictures on the website. Some of it looks a bit cloudy. See it here and here. The examples I've seen of the black one look even worse. Equally, the white one looks fine. It's part of the process apparently, but it irritates me. It's a lot heavier as well than I expected. Not overly heavy. But it's heavier, but it's kind of reassuring for that reason. But a lot of people are going to want to play it with the strap, and there's another gripe. You don't get a strap button. Outdoor do offer them, but they want you to pay for a strap button, and I think that's a bit cynical, because being plastic, a lot of people worry about drilling their own strap buttons in these, and in fact I've seen people do it and they've created cracks in the plastic. What Outdoor do is they use a nut and bolt. Great. That's the perfect solution, but don't charge people for it. Just send it out with a strap button, and while you're at it, add some side markers as well. But other than that, it's pretty chunky. It's also body heavy. It's much better than being neck heavy for playing, but it does kind of dip this way, I find, which irritates me a little bit as well, but there we are. But other than that, it's put together really, really well. No sort of sharp edges, no open seams, no real scruffiness apart from some of that finishing. Let's have a tune-up with a strobe tuner. It should be okay because I've been playing it this morning. It is. And there's the first thing I take from it is it's got great volume. It's got pretty good sustain too. Pretty good. It doesn't sound like a wooden ukulele, and wooden ukulele purists won't like it. But it doesn't sound like an echoey lunchbox either, like most plastics do. It's got a certain richness to it. I understand that the carbon's going to be brighter. I wouldn't want this any brighter. I think that's just about right for me. It's got a certain warmth to it, and a really comfortable neck to play. Strumming is quite jangly and very fun. Finger picking is really sort of pretty. I like that a lot, actually. It's a really nice sound. Do you know what? I didn't touch on the price, did I? And that's the reason why I've not had one. These retail in the USA at about $165, something like that. Okay, that's quite expensive for a plastic ukulele, but that's what it costs. To get one shipped to the UK, though, you've got shipping on top of that. It takes it up to about £210, £215. That's very expensive for a plastic ukulele. But that's not the end of it for the UK. VAT on top of that, import duty at 2.5%, plus probably postal handling charges. I reckon to get one of these in from the USA would cost me over £250. That's too much money for a plastic ukulele, and it's why one has not featured. Thankfully, a guy called Steve Kyle at Uke Shop in the northeast in the UK has set himself up as a UK dealer for them, and he's offering them for parity price, so 165 quid, I think, so pound for dollar parity. That's much better, and in fact I bought one from Steve because of that price I saw. But it's still quite expensive for a plastic ukulele. But it's clearly a league above other plastic ukes, to be fair. It's not a cheap Kerala, it's certainly not Makala Waterman, so it would be wrong to compare it to that. You've got a comparison with the Enya Nova U, which I'll do another video on, which is quite a lot cheaper. But there's something reassuring about this one, and I do like the fact that they've actually stuck their neck out and tested it for heat and temperature, and obviously humidity resistant as well, waterproof to a degree, although you've got to keep those tuners dry or dry them off afterwards. But it's reassuringly tough. I like the fact it's made in the USA. I like the fact it's a homegrown idea. I like the look of it, apart from some of those finishing details. But for a lot of people, it's too much of a push to spend that much money on plastic. But as a ukulele to throw in the back of your car and really not worry about it getting scuffed, camping, that kind of thing, it makes a lot of sense, actually, hence the name, Outdoor. The Outdoor Nickel Tenor in blue from the USA. It gets a recommendation. One or two little gripes. Give me side dots. Don't charge me for a strap button. Sort out that finishing. Make it a little less body heavy. Go back to Grover tuners. You know, these are gripes, but it sounds. Sounds good. I really like how it plays on the neck as well. Outdoor Nickel Tenor recommendation from GotAUkulele back this weekend coming. Got more coming. It's just overrun really, but something really nice coming soon. Enjoy your week, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.